This week's Piltch Point with Avram Piltch is proudly powered by Monster Products. The headphones on my head right now, the Monster Elements, available in a variety of colors and a variety of sizes, full on-ear and over-ear. Plus, if this isn't your style, that's okay. There's in-ears, small, other on-ears, over-ears, sports style, corded and cordless. Plus, of course, speakers from the little hot shot all the way up to the big monster blaster, and the new Firecracker now available. Plus cables and power to hook these and all of your other devices up as well. Plus the outlet store. I was just looking through the outlet stuff myself, and I happened to notice that one of the slimline little power cards, which is a portable charger, is available for $7.99 because the package is damaged. So lots of other deals as well, and you can find all of that by going to PLUGHITZlive.com/monster. And that music means that it is time for the Piltch Point with online editorial director of Laptop Magazine and Tom's Guide, Avram Piltch. Avram!
Hey! Still here.
Indeed. It's been an interesting week for announcements.
Yeah, it has. So lots of cool stuff being announced this week because, and maybe people saw some of the announcements and didn't see where they came from, but this past week was a very important trade show. IFA, sometimes referred to as IFA Berlin. A couple of my colleagues, Phil Michaels and Andrew Friedman, went this year. I've been in the past though, and my favorite part of the trip is it's a good show, but the food is unbelievable there. Anyway, if you ever get a chance in your life, I'm just saying this to everybody, try currywursts. You usually can't. It's hard to find outside of Germany, although there are a few restaurants here in the U.S. that have. Wow, that food is good. Anyway, so at the show, a lot of things were announced, and we picked out some of our favorites because these are all things you're going to be looking forward to this fall. So for one, we really liked the LG V30 phone. It is a really large phablet, 6 inches. It has an OLED display, which is something that we haven't seen much on LG phones, and it's got a couple of different cameras, dual cameras on the back. So LG trying to be competitive, and looks like it has competitive offering. Obviously, Samsung, everyone's really looking forward to the Note 8. Hopefully, it's safe. Here, this one is a personal favorite. The Star Wars Jedi Challenges device that was announced this week. Did you see that one? Did you hear about that one?
Nope.
Oh, wow. So this is really cool augmented reality thing. So Lenovo's come out with this. It's going to be $199. It is a headset that you wear that you could stick your Android or iPhone in. It supports like 8 or 10 popular phones. Not every phone in the world can fit in there, fit into the thing. But the headset's pretty comfortable. It comes with a lightsaber and a base station to sort of track your position in the room. You put the base station on the floor, and then you can play AR games where you lightsaber duel Kylo Ren and other stuff like that. There's like 3 games with it. One of them is the 3D chess from Star Wars. One of them is lightsaber battle, and then another one is some type of tower defense game, I think, with AT-ATs. So anyway, it's gonna be super cool when it comes out. I think in October. It just like the concept, and it's all AR. It's not VR. So like it's sort of making the things appear on top of things in your room.
Is this okay? Is this the thing that has it? It's a lightsaber hilt, and then there's about an inch of like glowing.
Yes.
Oh, I saw pictures, but I didn't know what I was looking at.
Yeah. That's what it is. And when you hold that, it's like Bluetooth connected to everything. and then in the goggle, it looks like your lightsaber's totally fired up.
Got
You
it.
know, and there's buttons on it for doing stuff. So, in fact, you use that for the navigation in the game. So, like, you got to point at different things to like pick what game you want, and such. So that's a fantastic one. Really exciting. Uh, Obviously, uh, mentioned in time for Force Friday, which was Friday. Uh, there's a new uh, there's a new Gear Sport for those who wanted another Samsung Tizen powered phone. Um, Still, I don't know how bullish to be on smartwatches, considering the kind of years of disappointment that we've had, but it looks pretty cool. Uh, there's a new fitness tracker available from Garmin, the Vivo Active 3 that was announced. Um, Motorola just came out with a Moto X4, which also has dual cameras, and it comes with Alexa and with Alexa on it.
Okay.
Um, Now onto some of the laptops that were announced. Lenovo's coming out with a couple. The Yoga 920 will be one of the first with 8th gen core, and that will be coming out in October for 1349. That's a successor to the Yoga 910. Very fancy consumer two-in-one. They're also coming out with the Mix 520, which is a detachable to kind of compete with the Surface Pro. Dell is refreshing its XPS 13, which is its flagship model with 8th gen core, and it's going to refresh a lot of its Inspirons and replace them with and have like thinner bezels and a new design. Particularly, we're excited to see the Inspiron 15 7000. They're relatively inexpensive gaming system, which is getting a total redesign and a new screen, in addition to any processor changes. Although that one's quad core, so it probably won't get a processor change right away. So lots of cool stuff coming out. Also on the toy side, these were announced as part of Force Friday, but still part of this week. Little Bits, which makes really great electronics kits for kids, where they just snap things together with magnets. Announced that they're coming out with a droid kit for $99.99, and you can build R2D2, an electronic R2D2 that you can control via your phone, and you build it out of Little Bits electronics.
That's
So
really
that's really cool. There's, I believe that Sphero has some new robots. I think Sphero has an R2D2 as well,
Mm-hmm.
and there's also BB-8's evil twin in the new movie or something. It's not really clear what. There's some kind of like bad Empire or First Order droid that's sort of like the dark version of BB-8 that I think also there's going to be a robot of. So lots of cool stuff to look forward to this fall, whether you're getting a toy or you're getting a new laptop or you're getting a phone. There's a lot to look forward to, a lot of cool stuff, and the announcements haven't ended. We're coming up upon holiday season, and a lot of companies are going to be rolling out new stuff. Obviously, a lot of people have heard about September 12th is going to be the next iPhone announcement. We don't know exactly what's coming, but everybody expects a larger screen from Apple, and wireless charging.
And potentially 3 devices.
Yes, potentially. So,
We'll see how that goes.
I think people expect an iPhone 8. They expect, I think, a 7S maybe. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go on a limb and say I think Apple's going to surprise us with a naming convention. I think that the new phone will not be named iPhone 8.
I agree.
I think that it will probably be the iPhone or something like that.
There's been a couple of things that have been pitched that I think are possible. One I think is possible and I hate it is just iPhone edition. I think it's a dumb name, but I can see them doing it because they've got the Apple Watch edition. Edition what? Doesn't matter. And then I kind of like the idea of the iPhone X, considering it's a 10th anniversary device. I kind of like that idea. I don't think they'll do it, but I kind of like it. They did just retire the X out of Mac OS, so that one seems unlikely, but I don't dislike that idea.
Everybody likes 10. Everybody likes X. Nobody likes 11. Like, I think we'll probably be on Windows 10 for many more years. But I don't know. I feel like there's a movement in tech, and there has been a movement for a while away from numbers, which I dislike. Like, I want them to use numbers because when you just name something the MacBook Pro without a model number, although there's some kind of serial number that nobody talks about for every MacBook. So there is some there. But like for search engine placement, like if you're searching for stuff, it's very easy to get the wrong one. And Apple is notorious for making it hard for you because, you know, they don't even really necessarily give you, like, you have to look, if you're, let's say you're looking at a store like Amazon or Best Buy and you want to make sure you're getting the most recent MacBook, not last year's model. It can be a little bit of a challenge. Like, you see things that say this year's model or 2017. Sometimes they refresh something twice in a year. It's rare, but it happens. Then you're really, is it early 2017 or late? So I really like having specific numbers for products, but I don't think Apple likes it.
No, they do not.
So they've gone away from it everywhere else. Look at the iPad. It's just the iPad. And then there's the iPad Pro. So the MacBooks are the MacBook and the MacBook Pro. So I think it may be that there's two iPhones, the iPhone and the iPhone Pro or something like that. I mean, look at Microsoft did the same thing, right?
Yep.
You had the Surface Pro 3 and the Surface Pro 4, and then they're like, no,
Surface
we're
Pro.
going to be the Surface Pro, which wasn't there originally a Surface Pro that was just the Surface Pro? Wasn't that the first one?
Yes, indeed. In fact, I am, from where I'm sitting right now, I am looking at one. It is
I know.
It is the computer that powers our new chat room program.
Yeah. So So what? So I don't like it, but that's my prediction. It's what I think will happen, not what I think should happen. So
the iPhone Plus and the iPhone Pro be your three models.
Probably if there are three.
Yeah, I can see that.
If there are three, there may be just two. But yeah, I do think, I don't know if there'll be a Plus and a Pro. Maybe there'll be an S. Maybe it'll be the iPhone S, the iPhone, and the iPhone Pro, something like that. Or maybe there's the iPhone Plus, and the iPhone Pro. But
if they're
whatever it is, they won't have a number.
If they're going to change their agreement, because right now they have agreements with not like a written, this is a promise type thing, but they have a bit of a promise, an agreement with the accessory manufacturers that a hardware design will survive 2 seasons. But if they were going to change that, now would be the time. 10th anniversary, now would be the time to start making changes. So, if we were going to not see a 7S and a 7 Plus S, 7S Plus, I don't remember how the naming convention works, and that's not a good sign. This would be the year to do it.
So anyway, I definitely recommend everybody to check out tomsguide.com, where we have our list of best things from IFA. And of course, we have some of the announcements on laptopmag.com about all the many notebooks that were announced at IFA. And of course, we will be covering on Tom's Guide, we will be covering the Apple announcement on September 12th a lot. we will be heads down the whole day on every possible angle for that. So please come check us out.
I imagine Mark will be there for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. he's going. He will be there at the event, and we'll all be. The rest of us will be in the office, feverishly doing follow-up stories.
Makes sense. Meanwhile, I will be on Twitter feverishly harassing Apple.
Actually, the story I've been assigned, and I do this every year, is the story about the kind of the devil's advocate story for Android. So does Android still beat the iPhone?
Yeah. How does it stack up today?
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds about right. All right. Well, we will look forward to in 2 weeks hearing information from you about the iPhone and probably about that particular article. That tends to be what our mid-September Piltch point is. And we will not have a Piltch point next week, so we will see you back in 2.